podcast in which one man strives to level up his geekhood and helping you do the same, one battle at a time. Now, let's get geeky with Gamer Leaf.
Welcome to Getting Geeky with Game Relief. Tonight we have a lucky treat for you guys. I just found a new thing on Kickstarter called Arsenal Transforming Deck Box and Cloth plus Cloth Mat. And tonight we're lucky enough to have on the creator mastermind behind that, Chris. Is that correct, Chris? Is that how you fall in line with the Transforming Deck Box plus Cloth Mat?
Yes. I can talk more about how that happened if you want me.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us on Getting Geeky with Game Relief. We really appreciate you coming on the show tonight.
Yeah, no problem. It's always good to talk about stuff, and I like being on podcasts too, so that's fun.
Well, there you go. So have you been on other podcasts then?
Only one time for some other thing. It wasn't like anything big. It was just fun time that time, so can't hurt it to do it again.
Oh, cool. What podcast was it?
It was something with Mitchell Chadrow. I can't remember. It was quite a long time ago. I haven't thought about it in a while, but it happened.
Oh, there you go. So it was for something completely different?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. So before we get into the deck box and cloth mat, let's rewind a little bit. We don't have to go back too far, of course, unless you weren't born into like board gaming or CCGs and whatnot. But how did you get started into playing collectible card games or tabletop board games, and what kind of games do you play?
Well, I played Yu-Gi-Oh! A lot when I was a kid, and for some reason, after I graduated from college, I started playing it again. I designed this deck box actually 6 years ago, so quite a long time ago. I just had like a bunch of boxes lying around of extra packaging, and I just kind of smashed them together into something that is similar to what Arsenal is now, and just improved it over time. And I've used it to play Magic before. I don't play Magic constructed, but I do play in drafts every time they have one for sealed or anything like that. I played Pokemon for a little bit, but not too much. So yeah, I play a lot of different card games. I play board games on and off too, with some friends, but never that crazy. I think I played Ticket to Ride a bunch.
Awesome. So mainly CCGs or whatnot, mainly Yu-Gi-Oh! It sounds like.
Yeah, mainly Yu-Gi-Oh! Competitively. Magic just for fun.
Awesome. So how does I've never played it or whatnot, but how's the mat involved for like Yu-Gi-Oh! And the other CCGs?
Well, so it always is about just whether or not the tables you're on are dirty. Sometimes they are. Sometimes you're just playing on a carpet or something, and you just like to have a surface where the cards won't like bend their corners on them. And it really just always has come down to like keeping your cards clean, not having to buy sleeves as often. Just stuff like that. So a lot of the times when you're playing a card game like that and you want to play the deck that you want to play, it can require some investment, and you want to like protect that investment by not damaging the cards that you've been playing with, which can happen sometimes. And it's usually not because of the mat, because the mat solutions that exist, while they don't store very well, do protect your cards. And this falls in line with those as far as material choices and stuff like that. So it'll do as much as all the other mats do for keeping your cards off of a dirty table or anything like that. So yeah, and it's also really cool. It catches everybody's eye when you pull it out. When I pull it out, I guess.
Awesome. So what's the difference between, I know with the folding and stuff and the cloth, like a lot of times in some of the board games we have and stuff, they have neoprene mats or whatnot. Besides the material, what's different between that and a neoprene mat?
So it's much thinner, so it stores easier. It will hold a crease that you can see, but the fabric is soft enough that if you like slide a card over it, it won't catch it on it or anything like that. So the fabric does lie flat, even though you can kind of see the creases in it. And it is kind of soft. It has like a softness to it. I think it is like those couches. I don't want to say the exact name of the fabric, so I'll try to say it in a roundabout way. Those couches where when you run your hand over them in one direction and then in another direction, it changes the color of it. If you know what I mean by that, it's like a little bit reflective. It's got that kind of feeling.
It's not microfiber, is it?
It is microfiber. It is a microfiber, but a lot of things are microfiber these days. It's not like that stretchy stuff. It's just a Yeah, it's a fabric. It's soft. If you feel it, it feels similar to some other cloth mats that exist. It was chosen because it's similar to Spellgrounds, if you're familiar with those, but with a little additional functionality.
Okay, awesome. And so, what can you tell about the box with the whole folding aspect and whatnot?
So the boxes are the interesting part because in all of my personal ones, the boxes are much smaller than they are in the video, and that's actually just because when I started showing the boxes off, they only hold 40 cards. So all my personal ones only hold exactly 40 cards in each box, which is just because in Yu-Gi-Oh your deck should be can be a maximum of 60 and a minimum of 40. But for consistency's sake, you try to keep it as low as possible. So I never play more than 40 cards often, so I kept my deck box in that range. But when I started showing more people the design, they wanted to hold more. A lot of people said they wanted to hold an EDH Commander deck, which is 101 cards. So it really started to they just got bigger because of what people wanted them to be. And that's something that I'm actually still thinking about. If you look at the Kickstarter page, there's polls open with asking for feedback that's going to be open until July 31st. And any feedback I get in that time, um, I guess whether or not it gets backed, either way, I'll be adjusting the design to be better for other people because the design right now really is specifically for myself. And I'm doing what I can to make sure that it's something that a lot of people could use and be happy with.
Awesome. And yeah, if I recall correctly on your video and something you said, they don't even if they're not even able to back it, they can still go check out and answer the polls. Is that correct?
Well, so anybody can go and check out the polls. I'm keeping the ability to actually vote in them down to Kickstarter backers, just because if I don't, then the backers might get screwed on something, which isn't, yeah, yeah. But anybody can look at them just to see what's going on over there. There's not much right now. Like some additional marketing, the Kickstarter got off to a pretty slow start. That's kind of my fault. Yu-Gi-Oh! Nationals is actually happening right now, and I wanted to go, but unfortunately I couldn't. Even though I have my invite this year, which sucks. But yeah, I mean everybody's there, so it was not the best time to launch it. So I'm doing what I can, but hopefully it picks up over time.
Well, for sure, for sure. Awesome. So let's see. So he says Yu-Gi-Oh! Nationals, and you made the box, and people, backers can go ahead and uh, vote on that poll and whatnot. So let's see here. And you said it holds. So these current boxes, they hold how many cards again? I forget what you said.
So right now, the prototypes that I have hold 100 and hold 77 in each one. So in the one in the picture, each box holds 77 cards, and that's measured with double sleeve magic cards. So pretty much the largest you can get. I think for Yu-Gi-Oh, it goes all the way up to like 80-ish, 80 or 90 cards you can fit, just because Yu-Gi-Oh cards are a little thinner and a little smaller.
Oh, okay, so that's awesome. So that might even work for like we in my family would play a lot of deck building games and whatnot. And it sounds like the cloth is due to it like helps protect the cards and stuff too.
Yeah, it definitely does. And sometimes sometimes it for some people it helps with how they like to play. That like thing where you fan out the cards by spreading them out on the table, like you see, like I guess poker dealers do or something. That usually only works on like a fabric table, just because the cards have to like have the right amount of grip. And the fabric that I chose actually is specifically chosen. One of the factors was that it needed to allow you to do that easily. So you can fan out cards if you want, if that's something that you wanted to do, because a lot of people do that in TCGs to see graveyards. I know uh, that's a very common learned action, I guess you could say. I do it too. I see a lot of people doing it. So yep.
Awesome, yeah, because I know a lot of times when I'm go to pick up cards off the table, they don't necessarily come off very easy, so I have to slide them to the end of the table and pick them up that way sometimes.
Oh yeah, yeah, yes. That is. Yep. This mat helps with that too.
Awesome.
Any mat will help with.
Awesome, but this one you can fold and store easy. A lot of with those neoprene mats, they maybe roll up, but that's about it. So that's kind of cool with this one.
Yeah, yeah, especially if you take it out a lot. So especially for card games, where you go to events and stuff, you're walking around all day. It's significantly lighter than a deck box and a mat and a dice box. It's just there's more room in less space. Um, I'm always carrying less than anybody else is at the event.
Well, there you go. Yeah, so you can play that in cons as you're waiting for events, or just pull up at a table and start playing a card game from what it sounds like.
Yeah, yeah, just pull it out whenever you want.
So that's pretty cool. That's awesome. Yeah. So, per se, it wouldn't be because of you or the great product you have, Chris. But per se, somebody's falling asleep. It wouldn't be like I said. It wouldn't be because of you or your great product. It'd be because of me and my podcast. What we're at the very last of June, and yesterday morning we released our 100th episode of the year. So they get a little tired of hearing me drone on, and sometimes they fall asleep. But now they're suddenly jolted awake, so they have you have their full attention, so they don't hit the oncoming traffic. Why should they take a chance on Arsenal transforming deck box plus cloth mat, especially with all the other great things that are out there on Kickstarter currently?
Well, Arsenal stands out a lot in the purest sense, I think, because when you actually it stores when you look at it closed, it doesn't look like it's going to turn into an entire field setup. And the act of opening it up isn't just super easy to do. When I show it to people, they can always do it on their first try. It's very intuitive, and doing it is really flashy. There's a lot of motion. There's a lot of stuff flying around, and it all settles down very flat. It's also going to be injection molded plastic, so everything will be smooth. Everything will have a nice finish on it. It'll keep your cards safe in the boxes. So yeah, not only are you carrying your mat around in less space than you otherwise would have been, you're also carrying your cards around with it. And you've got those dice boxes too, which may or may not get bigger or longer or change in size, and that's going to be up to the polls. So yeah, I mean, I think this is a good opportunity for anybody that wants to have a unique field setup and a unique deck box that actually has some function to it, and that wants to get in on the ground floor or something, because have the ability to give me feedback that's going to directly impact the product. It's not like I'm not just saying give me some feedback and I may or may not use it. I will be changing it, because the version right now really is it's perfect, but only to me. So at the end of the day, whatever comes out of this, if it does get fully funded, it's going to be less perfect to me, but hopefully it'll be more perfect to everybody else.
And that's why you did the 48 days. Am I correct?
Yeah, I gave it some extra time because I wanted to wrap up changing the design before the Kickstarter ended. So I wanted to give like a full Kickstarter campaign to find backers, and then another little bit of time just to do the changes. And I actually already have manufacturers signed up to some extent, not fully. I'm still actually looking for some. I'm still looking around, but if I had the money right now, I could get everything made just by giving the green light to some manufacturers that I already have quotes from. So yeah, everything's ready to go. So I don't think it's going to take like 2 years or anything to return it, to reward anybody. It should be out by March. I say by March in the Kickstarter campaign. But I might be able to hit December before Christmas. That's if everything goes right, kind of deal.
Awesome. So, per se, somebody like what they've heard so far, Chris. How much is something like this going to set them back?
So each Arsenal unit is $65 plus shipping. Shipping is $7 in the US and $20 outside of it. And all of those costs go down as you get more of them. That price is just what I settled on after talking to a lot of people. We'll see how it goes. If I have to come back and do it again at a lower price point, maybe I will. But this is what it is for now. It's something that a lot of people have said they'd be willing to pay. It's something that I would be willing to pay. So that's what it is.
For sure. Awesome. That's pretty cool. And you said original art on the microfiber cloth. Is that already designed?
Oh yeah, I did forget to say that. So the original art on the cloth right now is something that I drew. There will be more than one design at the end. That's something that's also in the polls. There's going to be more than one design, and those designs are going to be chosen by all the backers. Those are submit concepts, and I'll get those drawn up after the concepts are submitted. Yeah, because the mat is something that is part of the deck box. It's all together for one. It's all one product for its lifetime. So the mats will be nice and beautiful, screen printed. But yeah, that design is just a placeholder for now, unless people like it, and I'll keep it.
Well, yeah, for sure. That's awesome to see. You confirming to what other people will like. So that's awesome. So do you, if I recall during the video of your Kickstarter, there was like play testing and well, not I don't know if it's called play testing. I guess product testing from like YouTubers and whatnot. What was their general consensus, or what did they think about it?
Most of them all liked it. If you go and look up Young Breezy on YouTube, Farfa, Farfa on YouTube, or Mystic V, and that's VEE on YouTube. All three of them, I'm really glad liked it when I sent them prototype units. They did have some concerns about where the boxes are placed on the mat, and how hard it is to get the dice boxes open if you're not used to it. And those are all things that are in the polls, just to confirm that those are issues that more people have. Those are some of the consistent concerns I've gotten from other people, so it's something that I already am thinking about solutions to. But those are things that are going to get fixed before the end of the campaign for sure. That's part of why I want to get feedback so much, is because I know that there's issues like that that don't bother me but might bother other people.
Awesome. Yeah, so that's cool that you're willing to change and fix and adapt. So that's awesome. So yeah, so go ahead. We'll make sure we leave links in the show notes so everybody can go ahead and check out Arsenal, the transforming deck box plus cloth mat, because maybe they're a little too tired to go ahead and type that all into the Kickstarter. And with stuff constantly loading up there on Kickstarter, it's crazy how much stuff is going up there. So we'll leave a link in the show notes so they can easier find it or whatnot. And they have through you said the 30th of July to participate in the polls, but after that they have till when to back the project? Till the 18th of August.
After that, I'll be active. I'll be doing the actual changes to the design, so it'll be too late to add any more feedback after that.
Oh, okay, yeah. So they want to get in on the ground floor. They need to back before the 30th and go ahead and fill out those polls in.
But yeah, I mean, I encourage everybody to go and actually check out the video, because it's hard to describe the way that it unfolds without seeing it. That's like a very visual thing. If I tell somebody it unfolds, they're always like, "That's pretty cool," but then when they actually see it, they're like, "Oh, that's really cool." So it's definitely something. If you have time, I hope you all look at it.
Yeah, for sure. Just even like the Kickstarter video was cool, but even just I could watch the I don't know if they're GIFs or just the short videos that keep replaying back down there further on down the page. I could watch them all day, it seems like.
Every time I post them somewhere, they go at least a little. They get at least a couple comments, which is nice. It if you're so with the casual Facebook pages, Zodiac Duelist and Magic Gathering Rocks My World, those two groups, which are very fun to be in, both responded very positively to this. So hopefully those guys make it over here too eventually. But yeah, it, it's cool stuff. It looks really cool, and I hope you get to look at the looking. Yep.
For sure. And with the boxes, are they gonna be the white? I don't know what kind of material like that is, but are they gonna be the white, or is there gonna be a different design for that as well?
Yeah, so the boxes are going to look pretty different. You might notice in the picture that the tops aren't perfectly flat. They will be. I actually have a prototype. The latest prototype already is uh, much flatter on every side, with there's less obtrusions, and also is gray. But the color is there's only going to be one color, just because of the cost of setting up multiple injection molding runs. But that color is also something that's in the polls that will be decided. It will be grayscale no matter what. I mean, unless it's very unlikely to me that a lot of backers want a color that's not grayscale at the same time. It'd be weird if like 500 people backed and they all wanted green the most. Yeah, that would be something. So I'm expecting it to be grayscale. It may be white, it may not be. It'll just depend on the polls, as always.
There you go. So if you want to say or anything in the color or any of the design or whatnot, go ahead and jump over there to the Kickstarter page. Like I said, we'll leave the links in the show notes and back it, and then get in on the polls or whatnot. And can they back at they probably want to back so they can get the product, but they can back at any of those levels to be able to participate in the poll. Is that right?
Yes, and at the lower levels, there's some stuff. So if you scroll down a little bit, you can see those. If you do go to the page, I've got some custom dice made. I've got some. I'll be making some custom deck dividers / tokens that are pretty cool, I think. And those are all coming with the deck boxes when you get them too. So each deck box comes with like 2 dividers and 2 dice. And yeah, you get those at lower. You get the dice and the dividers at lower backing points also. So
Okay, awesome. Yeah, so like I said, make sure you go ahead and at least check out the link that's in the show notes, or go ahead and search Arsenal there in the Kickstarter page. So that's awesome. Now, I don't know if you got a chance to listen to much of our podcast or not, and that's okay either way, Chris. But the next section of the podcast is called Adventures in Application Acquisition, where we talk about an app, be it for a cell phone, a tablet, a computer, or even a video game. And it doesn't even necessarily have to be related to folding cloth or deck boxes or anything like that, or Yu-Gi-Oh. It can be related to anything. Is there an app you use a lot of that we can talk about for a moment, Chris?
So there's a Life Points app. Well, this is, I guess, just off the top of my head. There's a Life Points app. Do you mean for phones and stuff? I guess I think you said that, but I can't.
Yeah, that's fine. What's it called? Life Points?
No, it's called Brew Bro. BREWBRO. It's my favorite app for Yu-Gi-Oh. For keeping life points for Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't know if it has a magic mode. I'm checking now. I don't think it does. Oh, it has to. I just like it because it uses swipe to do life points. So it has like the 2 life point counters up at the top, like most do, but instead of like putting in like minus 500 or anything, it's you can actually swipe across the keypad to put in numbers, and it's really nice. It's very convenient. It works really well. I like it. I like it.
Okay, so like when you're fighting your opponent, because I never played Yu-Gi-Oh, is that so you can keep track of your life points as well as theirs, or is it just for all of your different characters? Or
Yep, it's hard to remember as the game goes on and gets more and more complicated over time. What your life points are at any stage of the game. And most people have like an app that they use, or they use like a notepad. But yeah, this is just the app I like to use. I guess maybe a better thing to bring up would have been Lackey. I like using Lackey a lot for any card game. If you know about that.
yeah, what can you tell us about that? You said it's Lackey?
Yeah, there's a program called LACKEY CCG for PC, and I think for Mac also. It's just a pretty basic. It just opens up a window basically that you can import cards into and drag them around, and play cards online with your friends and stuff. And I use it to, test a card game I may or may not be writing myself, and to play other card games. I think a lot of people online have just posted plugins. So the way Lackey works is that you can go online and find a plugin for almost any card game, really. Somebody probably made the plugin, and you can just go and find people to play online with it and just do that. I think somebody made a DC one. You mentioned deck building games earlier. I love DC. I love it so much. I'd never stop playing it if I could. But yeah, that's a cool program too.
Oh, cool. So yeah, it reminds me a lot of Tabletopia or one of those. So you can go and play different card games. Is there a cost to either of those apps, Chris?
No, those are both just free apps.
Okay, that's pretty cool. So, per se, you own the rights to either Lackey or you call it Brew Bro. Is that right?
No, I don't have anything to do with them. I'm just a fan of both.
For sure, but per se, you did own the rights to either of those. What would be one thing you would do to fix or make those apps better? Do you think, Chris?
Oh, Lackey's pretty old. It works very, very well, so I understand why they wouldn't change it. But there are some things that are like a little quality of life things. Lackey keeps track of your deck and your hand. Yeah, okay, sorry. Lackey keeps track of like your hand and your deck and like a discard pile and like a remove from game pile and all those different kinds of piles in one single window. So you have to like switch between them on tabs to view your opponents. You also have to go and look and they're all in the same tabs. You can't view any 2 of them at the same time. It gets pretty annoying. Moving stuff around is kind of hard. I don't know. It could be better. It could be more modern, I guess, in its layout. But it works, and it's hard to complain when it's free and it works. So
Well, there you go. Yeah. So we like to make a green podcast around here, Chris. So if any of the creators or anybody that has anything to do with the development or updates of Lackey is ever listening, you heard it here first on Getting Geeky with Game Relief, what Chris would do to make that a better application or web browser or whatnot. It sounds like modernize and make it so you can see all the cards as opposed to having to go to different windows to see them.
yeah, that's true. That's all true. I won't change my opinion, even though I'm not. Yep.
There you go. So yeah, hopefully they're listening sometime in the future, and they'll go ahead and be able to update that for you, so it won't be so frustrating. But
That would be fantastic. I would love that.
well, there you go. Awesome. So yeah, we don't want to keep you all night. I know it's kind of late where you're at, but we really appreciate you coming on Getting Geeky with Game Relief. Minus coming there to stalk you in your hometown. How would people go about keeping up with you or what you have going on with Arsenal and possibly other creations you have in the pipeline? It looks like, looking back, you made a some kind of flip wallet previously.
Oh yeah, that wallet was interesting. It's something I want to go back to. There were some manufacturing things I didn't work out perfectly, so it didn't really launch off well. I didn't have like I wasn't confident about the price, and then I like didn't do good marketing when I launched it, which may or may not be happening again. But we'll see how that goes. Um, but yeah, I have a if you go to alabastergoldfish.com, um, that's I don't want to spell all of that out. If you can, if you want to, like, yeah, yeah, It's so Alabaster Goldfish is like a design firm that I dream of starting. Right now, I work in I'm a mechanical engineer, and I'm applying to jobs right now. Actually, I was working at a startup and they ran out of money, so I'm looking for work while launching Arsenal on the side. But if you want to keep up with anything I may do in the future, which may or may not include that card game I mentioned and some other things also, I try to keep busy when I'm not working. I try to keep busy by doing product design in my off time too. So that stuff goes into Alabaster Goldfish, which isn't really a real company, but I hope it is one day. It's just going to take a few successful products for that to happen. But yeah, I think there should be an email form somewhere on there. I can add you to a list to be updated whenever I start anything.
Okay, and or you can go ahead and back this project, and that'll keep you up on updates and stuff when you put those out as well. So yeah, that's awesome. But yeah, hopefully this will go ahead and take off, especially after, what did you say? It's Yu-Gi-Oh! Finals or something right now?
Yeah, so World Championship qualifiers for North America are going on right now. Um, there's like 1,700 people there. Um, the there's like a 60,000 person Yu-Gi-Oh Facebook group that this went pretty big in, and it's pretty destitute at the moment just because everybody's gone. Everybody went to Texas, which is where the nationals are, and I just didn't get to go this year. But yeah, hopefully when they get back, I can try to reach out to those guys. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully everybody's happy with the price point and the way the product is right now, and they actually want it.
Well, there you go. Well, and this is the first podcast you're talking about it on. I know you said you were on one quite some time ago.
Yeah. This is the first time I've been on a podcast for this. This is the first time I've like
Okay, so we can go ahead and say you heard it here first on Getting Geeky with Game Relief, about all about Arsenal and the transforming deck box plus cloth mat.
Yes. Yep. I posted on Reddit and stuff, but this would be the first time you heard it, literally speaking.
Well, there you go. Yeah, we like to say that for some reason. But yeah, we'll go ahead and let you try to get some sleep, or try to follow up with what's going on with the Yu-Gi-Oh qualifying and stuff. But we really appreciate you coming on Getting Geeky with Game Relief. We really appreciate it, Chris.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you for having me on just as much.
No problem.
It's time for Kickstarter Corner. To begin now.
You heard her right, ladies and gents. Kickstarter Corner, as you've come to know it. Well, we've got quite a few great games for you. Let me go ahead and open those links. If you know and you've been following along on Getting Geeky with Game Relief for any time at all, you know a lot of the times that I somehow, I don't know, it still surpasses me, but I go ahead and I bring Kickstarter Corner to you before I'm even prepared. Probably not the best thing. We're trying to get better at that, but that's what we do here on Getting Geeky with Game Relief. So that's pretty cool here. Let's see what else I have here. Okay, so we got those. I'm just trying to get all these great games so I can go ahead and tell you about them. Shall we? Well, we shall. I just want to check one more thing out. Oh, while I'm checking it out, shall we tell you, or had you heard about our great giveaway that we're doing? Yes, we've teamed up with TLDR Games Series, The Giveaway Geek, and Unfiltered Gamer to bring you a great giveaway that you can check out. You go ahead to our webpage at gamerleafgo.com and click on the link, the current giveaway link, and it'll take you all the way there, and you'll be able to see that we've teamed up with them to bring one lucky listener or winner a copy of Gloomhaven. So make sure you click that link and go ahead and enter that giveaway. So anyways, let's go ahead and get on with the Kickstarter corner, shall we? First game, we've got Crown of Aragón. It's a 2-player card game of political, military, and economic area control that can be played in 15 minutes. Definitely excited about this one. We're going to go ahead and have the creator on the show pretty soon here. Plus, the Leaf might be reviewing this game, so watch out for that. They're going through the 27th of July. So definitely go ahead and click the link so you can check this out. It looks like a really fun, fast game. And then you probably heard us talking about this before, but Last One In. It's a zombie-themed card game. Last One In is a zombie-themed 2 to 4 player zombie-themed card game where players race to save civilians or flood their opponent's town with zombies. We need to get quite a few backers to get this to its goal, and you have less than a day to go ahead and back it tomorrow at 7:36 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. So make sure you jump on that if you want to see this game and become a reality. If they don't make it, I hope they refund. And then this one, Dragonscales Fantasy RPG by James M. Ward and Stephen A. Lee. It's a new fantasy RPG game based on James M. Ward's card system. Explore the Chromatic Kingdoms, the City of Concord, and the Great Rift Canyon. They are fully funded and they're going through the 9th of July. So go ahead and check out that one. It looks really awesome. And then we've got Vikingjarl, the board game. It's an exciting strategic board game about Vikings, Norse mythology, warfare, trade, and building settlements. Made by Norwegian Vikings. They're They're about halfway to their goal or something. And they still got through the 20th of July. So definitely check out this awesome game. It looks really, really cool. Definitely check it out. Click that link, and it's by SB Games. Next, we've got Snag the Flag. Get moving and laugh it up. Are you ready to make fitness fun and turn game night into an action-packed laugh fest for all ages? Check out this game by Delirious Games. It's for kids of all ages and families. You can do the bunch of different actions. You can do fitness, a lot of fitness stuff, or just trivia. But it's really cool and really fun. Even Gaming with Edo did a review on this game, possibly the Leafs will as well. But definitely check it out on the Kickstarters going through the 25th of July. And then are you going to be in Atlantic City area in late October? Mid-October, the 12th through the 14th? If you are, I recommend this Kickstarter. Bringing HLG Con to the next level. High Level Games is hosting a convention in Atlantic City. We want to have the best material in hand to create an awesome experience. They're only going for $1,000 goal, so you can be one of the first backers there and make this great game in Atlantic City, New Jersey, a reality and make it even better than it was before. This one's going through the 26th of July, and you don't have to pay that much. You can do they got scholarships, social advertising. You can get a shirt to remember us by. They got all kinds of different things, so definitely check out Bringing HLG Con to the next level. We already talked about Snag the Flag, so we don't want to do that again. And then last but not least, we've got Arsenal Transforming Deck Box plus Cloth Mat. It's a deck box. Wait, we just talked about this one, didn't we? You just heard us talking about this one. Anyways, go ahead and check out the Kickstarter link. This is an awesome thing. I'd go ahead and watch the video, see if it's something you want to do. And also, we're having the creator of Snag the Flag later on this week. And also, if you signed up for our email list, you probably got our review of a game that's on Kickstarter called Noir. And there's actually a giveaway on that. If you want to get those before the everyday audience like you are, make sure you sign up for our mailing list, and you'll get those games or those reviews or interviews, whatever we do, you'll get them first and without Kickstarter Corner. But you like Kickstarter Corner, but sign up for our mailing list anyway, and you'll find out about giveaways and other things. You'll get content before your friends. So go to GameReliefGo.com, kind of like Pokemon Go, but it's really GameReliefGo.com. So definitely check that out, and we'll catch. Wait. Okay. Well, it's our least favorite time, your least favorite time. Time to get on with our lives. Time for you to get on with your lives. But in the meantime, you know what to do. Get geeky, stay geeky, and bring others in the geek fold. We'll catch you all on the flip side. Game Relief out.
Gamer Leaf levels up. Tune in next week to see if Gamer Leaf's luck holds up.